Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have significant Scorpio placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Scorpio, I'm getting a very strong spiritual connection between you and another person coming through this reading. It was coming through as being like, whatever kind of relationship this is. I feel like there's something where it's like you and this other person are meant to work together on something. But perhaps right now the connection feels more spiritual than it is material or physical. So that's how it's coming through. But I was getting a very strong message of like when this person pulls on you, you can feel it, or like you get downloads, or there's like some sort of like intuitive energy that you connect with when this person pulls on your energy, and vice versa. So that's how it's coming through. This person may be pulling on you a little bit, sort of, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure in what way or why. Because I feel like this person is actually quite strong and independent, but, interesting. It may be something where it's like they're trying to figure out what you're thinking or what you're doing, or like they're trying to align with you in some way. It is kind of coming through like that. So it's like, it feels kind of like there's someone trying to align to you by trying to figure out what you're doing, and so they're pulling on your energy. It's just how it's coming through. So just being conscious of that. There was something else that was coming through. Oh yeah, okay. So there might be a situation, Scorpio, that is trying to get you to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, but it may be a bit uncomfortable because of that. Because it's kind of like maybe there's something that is happening. It could be some sort of like disruption or something like that that feels a bit like it's pushing you out of a comfort zone. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not sure exactly what that is for you. Of course, it's going to be specific to each of you. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with this connection or if it's just like something other, but of course, there are no coincidences and everything is connected, so I'm going to pull cards. Interesting. Las Guna. I feel like she came out in another Scorpio reading, which I'll link above in case there are any messages in there for you. Because she's this energy of, she's the frog queen, and she sort of finds treasures in the mud. Scorpio, which is really interesting because yeah, there was a Scorpio message like a month or two ago maybe about that had like finding treasures in the mud, where but this card also talks about like adventure and exploring a place that perhaps is quite familiar to you, but in exploring it in a new or different way. Like maybe there's something like sometimes with this Las Guna energy, I get the feeling of like going through some like old drawers, like, you know, those drawers in your house where you just like have a whole bunch of junk, like that you just don't know what to do with, but you also don't want to throw out. It's kind of coming through as something like that. Maybe there's something in like an old drawer that you want to go and like fish out and look for. There are treasures hidden there, treasures hidden in the mud. And a sense of adventure that comes with that. Okay, interesting. Okay, the reverse. The reverse message is coming through today for Las Guna, which says bored. Are you tired of the same old, same thing? A question we must ask ourselves is, are we boring as well as bored? The message here is to try the things suggested above before a surprise takes pity on us and liberates us from our firmly stuck in the mud state. It is so much more fun to jump than to be pushed. Okay. Okay, Scorpio, I'm getting this message for you of like, okay, so this, I feel like there's a call to adventure for you, Scorpio, where it's kind of like, maybe you're feeling a bit stuck in a certain routine or something like that, or there's just like, I feel like there's like this like need to go explore and do something different or new. I feel like maybe there's someone, could be you, Scorpio, it could be this connection. To be honest, I'll be honest with that. There may be something here where you and this connection, like the dynamic itself, is needing a little bit of like adventure or exploration or something new to get out of sort of like a stuck in the mud kind of energy. Because I feel like there's some sort of, that's what this disruption might be, because it's kind of coming through as being like, embrace the adventure. It's not something to be scared of, but I feel like there's something here where it's like, if you continue in this pattern of like, it's kind of coming through as like a Four of Cups, or like not feeling satisfied, or perhaps maybe you're bored with something where it's like, or you're not feeling like, I don't know, entertained or satisfied or whatever. It's not bringing any sort of joy or excitement. There may be something coming in that's sort of getting you to push you out of your comfort zone. That's how it's feeling. And I feel like, don't resist that change, though. That's how it's coming through, because there may be something where it's like maybe someone's feeling a bit, someone may be feeling a bit a bit of resistance towards that shift or change. Okay. Okay, the Bright Mother, which I love this card. Okay, this card talks about abundance is always the energy that I get with this. It's very Empress, Venus energy, very nurturing as well. Yeah, she speaks of a time of fertility, creativity, and nurturing of ourselves and others. She might indicate marriage or birth of a child or deepening of any kind of a relationship. She also speaks of giving one's all to life, not holding back. Yeah. She's like a cornucopia pouring forth abundance. This may be a time to put the needs of others first, taking care of yourself later. Patience may be needed for the process being discussed. Once you have looked clearly at what is present in your life, you may want to ask yourself what you want to change. When we are blocking the Bright Mother's energy in our lives, we have difficulty giving or receiving nurturing. This may manifest itself physically as well as emotionally. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's standing out to me in this card is this energy of like a deepening of a relationship. I feel like that's part of it. That's part of what this energy is, Scorpio, because there may be something where it's like, it feels kind of like a dynamic, whatever kind of relationship this is. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be that like the next step for whatever this is a deepening of this relationship, which requires a bit of a leap of faith is how it's coming through, or like, because Lascuna is one who goes into sort of like the swampy waters, right? Something where maybe I feel like someone may be hesitating because it's kind of like it's out of their comfort zone. Or it's like something where it's like they feel safe where they are. They feel quite safe because it's routine, it's predictable. But I feel like a deepening of this relationship would require one to step out of that comfort zone. That's how it's coming through. I feel like this is for both people in this dynamic as well. Like, however this relates to you, this might not even be a person. It could also be like your relationship to work or your relationship to home or whatever. It's kind of coming through as like any kind of dynamic or situation. It's requiring a deepening, right? Like you have to step deeper into it in order to find some sort of like hidden treasure. And you have Solace at the bottom of the deck, which talks about, this is a card about clarity and illumination, but also manifestations becoming physical. It's sort of the link between spiritual and physical. So that's what this card represents. So there may be something about this sort of like manifestation that's coming into the physical, which requires stepping into the mud. I feel like with the Bright Mother coming out, it's coming out with this message of like assessing all the gifts that you have, everything that you have to give, and seeing what needs to change or what needs nurturing or like what needs more effort in a certain area, like that kind of thing. But it's abundance and creativity and fertility. Like I feel like there's a lot of potential for growth here in whatever this dynamic is. Could be like you in a creative project as well. Okay, the Mars energy. I had a feeling like, okay, the Mars transit right now has been coming up a lot just because it's in retrograde. I feel like retrograde energies get like highlighted because they're retrograde. But so we're in a Mars retrograde and it will be in Cancer until February 23rd. So there may be that kind of energy coming through for you. Mars is also one of the planets that rules over Scorpio. So there may be, but it's like really interesting. It's like this sort of like, this sort of closed fist, which is interesting because I feel like there's like something where it's like there's resistance. Because it kind of feels like there's something here where it's like really, really old habits or something like that. Or just like, could be old habits or like patterns of behavior or like just like aspects of your personality maybe that are very solid. Maybe there may be sort of aspects of resistance that's coming through with that, with the Mars energy, because it's that energy of like home with Cancer, right? Like defending one's home, defending where you feel safe. So there could be sort of this energy here of boundaries that are really important, that I feel like maybe, not saying anyone should like, you know, I don't know, maybe that's part of it. Maybe there are a lot of like strong boundaries here that are difficult to let go of. So maybe something about like being vulnerable that may be part of the difficulty or the struggle, or there's resistance there. So just being aware of that, Scorpio. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying that's what it is. There may be very strong boundaries that people are finding it difficult to let go of. And then you have Despicable Face. I'm going to read that one because I feel like there's something here where you or the other or both are being very protective of one's boundaries, perhaps because of this Despicable Face energy, which is something about the aspects of ourselves that are difficult for ourselves to look at. Okay. Yeah, what is hidden, unaccepted, or shamed? The despicable face is never seen. Rather, it is kept in hiding to save outward appearances. This card appears when something below the surface wants to be witnessed in order to be transformed. Everyone has their own version of the despicable face and their own reasons for assuming it is an abomination. It could be a buried resentment, an insecurity, or a physical characteristic that holds us back from expressing our true self. Remarkably, once revealed, it is not despicable at all. It is human. It is interesting. What once was thought of as an error becomes an asset on our journey of alchemical transformation. This card connects us to others and to humanity as a whole. Through acceptance, we lift the veil of perfection and reclaim our energy. Honesty and acceptance are the balm that heals the most tender of wounds. When this card appears, it is important to notice what company surrounds you. Those who can see and accept all sides of you are true alchemical allies. Yeah, okay. This card may indicate fear or failure. Some are so afraid to make a mess that they never cook up anything in the laboratory. Try the mess is alchemy underway. Okay, that's what this Lascuna card is talking about. Because this card, the energy that comes through with this is mud, right? Like playing in the mud, getting messy. I feel like there's something here where it's like there may be a reluctance to do that or resistance to do that because this despicable face energy is something where it's like maybe we feel shame about this aspect of ourselves. Maybe this is something that we don't want other people to see, but it's something that needs to be seen and accepted by perhaps another person. I feel like it's not something that is despicable. It's not an abomination. It's something that makes you human and unique. And acceptance of this aspect is what makes you who you are. So I feel like there's something like that coming through. I feel like this is, it feels kind of like something where it's like, if this is you, Scorpio, if this is you, maybe you have something that you don't tell other people, or like it's not like a sort of a well-known thing about you. Perhaps because there's something maybe a bit taboo about it, because it is kind of coming through with like Scorpio energy, which is this sort of like mystery, what's hidden, things that are sort of like taboo or like other people don't necessarily bring up in, you know, regular small talk kind of conversations. Like this is something where it's like, you know, those like, I don't know, stories that we all have that come out after like, you know, you're drinking or whatever, where it's kind of like, it's like something where it's like after you get to know somebody, and then once you know that person, know this thing about that person, it like changes how you see them for the rest of your life. Like it's kind of coming through like that. It's not a bad thing, Scorpio. It's just something that it's like not every person that you meet will know this about you. It's like maybe just a select few. It's a well-guarded secret, maybe. And I feel, okay, so I feel like there's something like that. Maybe you're getting ready to share that with somebody. Like it's kind of feeling like that. Like maybe you're preparing to sort of bring this aspect, the despicable face, whatever that is for you. You're gonna bring it to somebody is how it's coming through. Like you're gonna show it to this person, or you're gonna reveal this hidden secret or something like that to whoever this person is, or whatever, however this plays out. I feel like on some level, this person, like, because it's coming through as being such a strong spiritual connection, I don't think this person will be surprised is how it's coming through. This person, it feels like it's not going to be a surprise to them. On some level, they may already be prepared for something like this, is just how it's coming through. Also with the Bright Mother. because it's this sort of like feminine, nurturing Empress energy, there's like unconditional love that comes from this person that's like they're fully accepting of it, whatever it is. They're fully accepting of it, because the Bright Mother represents this sort of energy of like I don't want to use the word perfect, but it's like they're one second. Yeah, okay. Like this energy is all the best qualities of the Empress and the Mother. That's how it's coming through. All the good qualities of the Empress and the Mother. So I just want to leave it like that. I don't think that there's anything to worry about here in terms of like, there may be fear though. That's how it's feeling with the despicable face of like, how is this person going to react, or like what, I don't know, whatever it is. I'm going to pull one more card from this deck. Autumn. I love this card. Okay. And you have mortification at the bottom of the deck, which is Scorpio energy. The autumn card talks about like the peak of something. It's like you've reached the peak of something. It's time to share what you have. It's this abundance. Okay, I'm going to read it. The culmination, the broad view, and generosity. In alchemical terms, autumn is the denouement of Earth's grand narrative. It is the symbol of culmination, harvesting, and resolution. The story of our year finds closure, and we begin to look towards the horizons of the next one. It is likely this card will appear as an indicator of efforts culminating, of hard work paying off, of fruit hanging low for the taking. Gratitude and generosity are the spirit of the season, so share the wealth of your fortune. Looking back, you realize many hands and hearts have helped you along the way. Holding tight to your bounty won't do you any good. The alchemist shares their wisdom and wealth. They offer their boons back to the world as part of the ongoing cycle. Be like the autumnal tree. Come to fruition and then release. Yeah. Okay, it's saying look at the big picture of something. But look at these colors together, which is so incredible. Mars also comes in with this sort of physical energy as well. So there may be something about like, maybe like a physical characteristic with the despicable face that sort of coming through with discomfort is just how it's feeling. I don't know why or in whatever way. It's like there's a discomfort about this sort of energy, but I feel like with the autumn card, it's like you're at this culmination point of whatever this is. It's time to look back on this journey is how it's feeling, to gather all of the bounty. And the message here is that holding on tight to your bounty is not going to serve you in this time, Scorpio. This is a time to give, is actually how it's feeling. But again, it feels kind of like something where it's like, that might feel counterintuitive to someone. Because it's kind of something where it's like, let's say someone grows up, like, let's say there's just as an example, like someone who grows up not having a lot, right? Like there may be sort of like a desire to hold on to things, or like, it doesn't have to be money related either. It could be anything. It could be like love or nurturing. It could be like adventure or fun or whatever. And this, it's kind of coming through as being like, You're no longer in that energy of lack or of whatever it is. It actually feels like that is changing for you. If it hasn't already, it is changing. It's coming into this sort of abundance, right? And so but there may be sort of like ingrained sort of like learned patterns where it's like, especially if it's like something like where you didn't grow up with a lot of money, for example, it's like you want to hold on to it, right? It's that sort of like instinctive learned behavior where that might not be serving you anymore, because it's kind of like there's this energy of like something that's been very solid for you, very stable, in protecting this aspect of yourself, right? The despicable face. It is feeling like something like shame or embarrassment that you might be feeling about whatever this area of your life is, where it's like, this is an area of your life that maybe when you were younger, you experienced a lot of shame and embarrassment about. And because of that, there may have been certain behaviors where it's like you protected yourself. There were a lot of boundaries that you put up between yourself and others. And I feel like what is coming through here is that you are about to shift out of that state that caused you to feel shame or embarrassment. And it's like, it's time to like look back and see all of the things that you've learned and gathered is how it's coming through with this, or how you've changed, or interesting. And this card's also very orange. There may be, so it could be sacral chakra related. Doesn't have to be though. There's just a lot of orange coming through in this, in the cards though. But anyways, I'm gonna pull one more card from the animal deck. The tiger. The tiger. More orange. But anyways, okay. The tiger card for me comes out when it's like, okay, so this is very divine feminine energy. It's about feeling comfortable in the darkness. So you may be doing shadow work, but sometimes this tiger card comes out when it's like, because the tiger card could be sort of this energy of healing trauma or wounding or pain, especially with this energy of like shame or embarrassment that's coming through with the despicable face, where it's like, because the tiger is one that is very good at maintaining boundaries, right? Like defends their territory, that kind of thing. There may be something like that that's sort of activating you, where it's like maybe you feel the need to defend a certain territory or like a certain boundary. You have to maintain this like very strict boundary in order to, I don't know, maybe protect yourself or something like that. It is feeling kind of like activating, like there's something that's like putting you on alert for whatever reason. Perhaps it is taking you out of your comfort zone a little bit. It's a very strong and powerful energy though, Scorpio, for you. So I feel like your feminine energy is really powerful at the moment. Earthworm. That's so interesting because there's more of that mud energy, which is really interesting how these cards are like reflecting one another, right? You have this like feminine energy with the tiger, bright mother, and the earthworm, Las Cuna. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna leave them like that. Okay. The earthworm card talks about having a beginner's mind about something, or like struggling through the beginnings of something, but it's also like this this mud energy, right? Like, perhaps there's some kinks that you need to work out in some sort of new process. Like, it's kind of like you're learning something new. So there's discomfort in that. There's like some trial and error that maybe is happening. Maybe you are learning from someone. Yeah, okay. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. Okay. So when in balance, earnest, intelligent and valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious and apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up and risk embarrassment. Okay. There's this energy of embarrassment that's coming through. I feel like someone's feeling embarrassed about something. And the guidance here is to risk that. It's like with this energy, like there may be with the earthworm, like maybe you don't want to seem like you don't know what you're doing, like that kind of thing. Or there's this feeling of like, maybe you're comparing yourself to someone here with the bright mother. This could be, this could be a nurturing feminine energy, but very intimidating at the same time because they're coming out with this tiger. I don't know which position you're in, Scorpio. You may be the bright mother. So just keep that in mind. In this dynamic, there's two. One, but you're connected, obviously. There is something where it's like one person may feel sort of like hesitant to share something in whatever way. They're holding on like this. It's like they're holding on to something really tightly. Because I feel like there's something where it's like it's really uncomfortable. The earthworm, the despicable face, this sort of muddy energy, whatever way that is. But I feel like they're trying, though. That's because I feel like it's something where it's like, if this is, flip it however way resonates for you, Scorpio, where this person's energy here with the earthworm is pulling on you and activating you into this sort of tiger energy, which may, I don't know, it may not be helping the process because it's almost like you have like this hyper focus on this energy, which may actually make it worse, which may put them on the spot more or something like that. It may feel like it's like, it's because it's almost like like with your back turned. I don't know who this is, Scorpio. I'm just going to read it as if like, but if you're the earthworm energy, just be conscious of that. It's kind of coming through as being like, there's someone here, the bright mother, where it's like their back is turned in order not to like be really intense like this here with the tiger. It's like a mother who's trying to like keep an eye on someone while also allowing them freedom to explore. That's how it's feeling. You have Beaver at the bottom of the deck, which is more of this sort of nurturing energy, which is very interesting. I'm only going to pull a couple of tarot cards, or maybe not. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, I'm going to pull one card from this Animal Apothecary deck. I feel like, so if you, Scorpio, are in this earthworm energy, Though I feel like you're not, but just keep that in mind. Or it could be that you're, sometimes readings have this feeling where it's like you could be both energies, but in two different dynamics. So in one dynamic, you're the earthworm. In a different dynamic, you're the bright mother. And there's another person who's the earthworm. So just keep that in mind. Interesting. Because I feel like whatever this despicable face energy is, the bright mother already knows, right? It's kind of like they already know. They already know is how it's feeling. It's like you can't really keep a secret from your mother, like that kind of thing. It's kind of coming through like that. Okay. Okay, you can't really keep a secret from whoever this is. It's probably not your mother, actually, but they have an energy of very nurturing and unconditional love, but it's like the tiger can see it already. They already know this, is how it's feeling to me. They already see and love and accept this aspect of you. Unconditionally is how it's going through. Okay. Service. Okay. Scorpio. This is another card about like giving. I feel like you're being asked to give something of yourself to someone. Okay. Seeing eye dog. This card image focuses on a seeing eye dog, which exemplifies the concept of selfless service as they dedicate their entire existence to being guides for others. When a seeing eye dog is assisting a blind person, their purpose becomes one. This oneness reflects what the world is in dire need of, service. Second to suffering, service is the next best vehicle to tame the ego, jumpstart your growth, blossom into yourself, and get over a painful experience. The Wounded Healer, an archetype conceived by Carl Jung, speaks of a person who becomes healed by being of service to others. When receiving the medicine of the seeing eye dog, you understand that service will always lead to some form of success. This is not the superficial understanding of material success, which is based upon popularity, looks, status, or the amount of money in your bank account. Long-lasting and eternal success create an energy that can never be destroyed. This is the energy that is created when we are of service to others, everlasting spiritual wealth. Service is a conductor of blessings both in this life and hereafter. It acts as a magnet for profound personal blessings and eternal success. When we are truly selfless, we begin to align with the nature of our existence. We recognize that we are all connected and essentially the entirety of multiple universes and ourselves are all one. This harmony with reality attracts hidden gifts produced by our alignment. Seeing eye dog's medicine shares that a blessing is approaching through your selfless acts. Dedicate yourself to some form of service to another. Your acts of service will be felt and noticed. Success will follow. Seeing eye dog's medicine is to help yourself by helping another. Okay, Scorpio. I don't know. I feel like this message is coming through for you as you are the bright mother, but just take it how it resonates. Where there's something here of like being of service to another person, perhaps someone who's like in this earthworm energy. They're learning some sort of process that I feel like you have mastered on some level, or that you have a particular gift in, and they're learning how to master that. So being of service is kind of how it's coming through. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.